Good afternoon, Jason and Heido. Today we're here to discuss the dispute that's been brought to our attention between you guys. And my name is Naji, and I will be your mediator for today. First of all, I want to commend you both for your willingness to cooperate and seek a solution amongst your relationship through mediation. We both know that lawsuits can be costly, and mediation is a great alternative to having both of you go to court and spend a lot of money there. And mediation, in my opinion, is a great alternative. I'd like to define my role today as your mediator. As you know, mediation is voluntary. It's a voluntary process, which means that you both chosen to be here of your own accord. You are here because you want to see if you can find a solution to the issues that concern you and to discuss your future relationship. My role here is to assist you in doing this. I would like to clarify both my position on the issues at hand that you have both brought together. I don't know either of you. The issues that you brought before me are new to me. I have absolutely no interest in whether either one of you wins or loses. My only interest is for you guys to both come together to find an amicable solution to both your problems. I will be impartial towards both your issues. I don't have any preconceived biases in regards to what you guys are disputing. If at any time you feel that I am acting in an impartial or in a non-neutral manner or one-sided, you can bring it to my attention at that time. And you're also allowed to stop this mediation at any time for any reason. Anything you say to me here will be confidential, which means you can't ever, if you do decide that you don't want to work your issues out here and you do want to continue and bring a lawsuit, go to court, neither one of you can call me to court to testify on your behalf. Okay? So I can't take your side, I can't take your side. What we discuss here is totally confidential. What you tell me is totally confidential. If you decide to tell me something, I'm not allowed to divulge it to you. If you decide to tell me something, I'm not allowed to divulge it to you. Okay? So I want you to feel free to speak freely with me. If you do feel the need that we need to go in pockets, which is basically we will take a minute to each speak on our own, which is one-on-one. Anything that we discuss there is confidential and will be kept between you and I unless you give me the permission to bring it out in public. Okay? There are some rules that I do want you to follow when we do begin the mediation. I will give each of you the opportunity to tell your side of the story and to tell your side of the dispute. I ask that each one of you does not interrupt the other. Each of you will get the same amount of time to talk and discuss what it is that has brought you here. I may ask you questions, directed questions to one or the other. I may not ask you any questions at all. Please don't feel that that means that I am taking one person's side over another person's side. This is just giving me an opportunity to clarify. It's not for you to debate over the answers based on those questions. It just helps me, further our discussion a little bit better. Okay? Does anybody have any questions? Any suggestions? Okay, so now we're going to begin the mediation. And since, Jason, I think you're the one who filed the lawsuit, correct?
Yes.
I'm going to give you the opportunity to begin because you filed the lawsuit. So you could begin at any time.
Well, basically, we were working on a project together for a competition. And Hyro decided to go his own way. So I, under the assumption that, he would be doing the same competition that I was, would just leave everything alone and start from scratch. Come to find out, Hyro was doing the exact same thing that I put all my work into, use all the same products that I had made to win the competition. So I feel like the money that he won in this competition is mine. It was all my work, it was all my labor.
Okay. So to reiterate what you basically said is you feel that the competition was won with everything that you put the work into.
Correct.
And you feel that during this competition, since all your work was used, that it was basically your ideas that were used?
Correct.
Okay.
We were working together to come up with the stuff. I physically made the outfits and the costumes, and I put all the work in how to get done. We were working out of his home, so when we decided to go our separate ways, I just left it there. I didn't think he would use all the stuff that we had been planning to do together, but he used it on himself, and all of my work has won this competition. So I think I'm owed something.
Okay. Let me just ask you a few you said you left everything at his house, was there any type of understanding that you left everything?
The conversation was kind of vague. We've never had an issue before, and he just decided that he no longer wanted to work with the group like we had been. So when we had that conversation, it wasn't like, okay, well, you keep this, I keep that. It wasn't like a, divorce, we separate stuff. It was there, and so we just left it there, and I started working on my own stuff for myself.
Okay, so, what you basically said, you left everything there at his house?
Correct.
Okay, and then you just started working on your own stuff?
Correct.
Okay, and there was no topic ever brought up about the stuff that you left behind?
Correct.
Anything else you want to add? Okay.
Okay, yes, Jason and I were partners before this actual competition. Yes, Jason was in charge of the costuming and makeup. However, I feel that my creative force behind it, interpretation is what made the choreography and also make the costumes come alive. So I kind of feel guilty for some part that he deserves some credit, but not all. The whole, what he's asking for, the money.
Okay, so you do feel that he's owed something?
Some.
Okay, like when you said that your creativity made it come alive, do you want to like retouch a little bit on that? Why?
I went up the stage and I put my own
You put your own influence?
ideas. I did it. I put my own hieroglyph on that stage by myself.
Okay, so you
And just made it come alive.
so you feel that the stuff that was on stage, that even though she was the one or he was the one using it, you feel it was your stuff that made it come alive?
Yes.
Okay, so I just to make sure that I'm getting everything together, even though he was the presence on stage, you felt that it was your influence that made it happen?
Correct.
Okay. So, and you feel that he is owed something?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Any other questions for each other?